Hey guys, it's Sarah's night,
Atlantis.
and let's hope I get through this. I'm gonna give myself some space this time, not run along the wall and risk getting caught.
Hang for a second. Alright, wait. There we go. Second time is a charm. First time was death.
I don't know what was the deal with this music they decided to come up with, like for this one part. Hunter following me.
Too bad he didn't get ran over by the boulder. Well, now we wait.
Haha, sir.
Wow. There are more flame rounds.
What do you know?
Flame rounds did jack to the snake, though.
It might be good against the tiger. The black tiger
Yeah.
boss here in a second, because on Chris's mode you get a flamethrower like specifically for this.
But yeah. Well, you gotta have to empty out the acid rounds.
It'll be all right. By the way, this music sucks.
Oh,
God, that was easy.
what do you think did the damage?
Well, obviously the flame rounds, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
The thing is, if you use a grenade, it blows apart his abdomen, and you have to...
Spiders, yeah.
It's annoying. I forgot how quickly he can, he can turn around on you. So it's like, just try...
Doesn't matter.
Of course, I gotta squish him all so I can have peace to use the combat knife on the door. You know, that was nice of them to provide a knife for you right then and there and not make you go back.
Right, yeah.
And it kind of tells you straight up, okay, the combat knife is how you take apart the webbing. By the way, am I on poison? No.
Did you even take damage?
Yeah, I did. He got me with a acid burst. Well, I like how that one stuck.
Gross.
It's just like when I want to step on him, I can't. I kind of managed to do this figure 8 around him.
I like how she doesn't cut it, they just disappear.
Yeah.
Vanish! Vanish! Vanish!
Now I'm kind of wondering if flame rounds are gonna get hunters in one shot. Honestly.
I'm gonna go on a... probably not. Glint. I love the game over screen, how it was like half green.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Let's get the ink ribbon first. That's definitely more enough to
finish the game.
Yeah.
And there's a blue just in case you flub that fight.
Is I. Goody item chest, conveniently placed. So, why don't you tell them about what it was you said in the restaurant just now?
About?
Remember when that friggin' country song came on that I kept complaining about from my days of having to work in the steel shop?
Yeah.
You know, that, like, 1 month I was there? That, you're like, so, am I your buckaroo SK? And I was like... And I just immediately went, the hell you are.
Right. Because one of the lines in this, I'm your little buckaroo. I'm like...
Yeah, it's this annoying song about... I worked in this steel shop for this one summer out of college, right? And it was up while I was visiting my father in Oklahoma. And, just to have something to do while I was there, I got that job.
And SK had the privilege of working with Redneck's finest.
Cletus.
Reese.
And I guess Justin's not that much a redneck name, but it's vaguely reminiscent of it. Speaking of which, isn't there another Boulder?
Cletus. But who actually names the kid Cletus?
So terrible.
Uh-oh. It's your nemesis.
It sure enough is. And it comes down as soon as I turn this mechanism. Here we go.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Oh, I think you had to know to turn it to the left, which reveals a room. The opening has to be on the left side.
Why can't it go now so it just falls in a hole?
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? In any event, you have to make it. You have to activate the trap so it'll break through the wall at the back.
Yeah.
So yeah, and a song we heard in the restaurant just now was one that I had to listen to like 2 or 3 times a day because those guys kept it on the friggin' country station.
Well, of course they would. Why wouldn't they?
And oh god, that it's a song about like this single dad. He's taking care of a little son, and he talks about how, like, it starts off like, they're in the car together and the son's, like, eating a McDonald's Happy Meal or some bull crap. He spills his drink and, like, swears. And the dad's like, son, where'd you learn to talk like that? And then it goes into the chorus, I've been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool? I'm your buckaroo, I want to be like you. God, that song pissed me off so much. Having to listen to it every time. So I was like pointing and, with the flared eyes of anger.
So just to provoke that.
And shaking.
I was like, hey, SK, I'm your little buckaroo, right?
Yeah, I was like, no you ain't. No you ain't. Ah, crap. I think I put this statue too close to the wall.
Nope, leave and come back.
Yeah.
So the magic, like, reset fairies.
The magic reset fairies, is that what they are?
Yeah.
Is that what does it? At least I actually remembered the trap that you had to, or the puzzle. No, you can just turn it back.
Reset fairies are getting a little lazy.
Do I have to be right up on it? Okay, I understand. So yeah, you just have to peek at the indentation on the wall and be like, I think the statue goes there.
Alright, stop. There.
Ah, jeez, come on.
What are you gonna use it on the air?
How much closer do I have to be to the wall? There we go. When I first stepped on that thing, I panicked when I heard that sound. I thought it was like a laser turret that was about to just instantly strike me dead because I was standing in front of it. I really do have to ask, what was up with Spencer's obsession with designing the house with all these puzzles and crap? Very ornately designed, most of them, too.
Yep. And there's Eagle of East, Wolf of West, Part 2.
I remember, did you ever read any of, like, S.D. Perry's crappy novels of Resident Evil?
No.
Like
no, I did not.
She went all the way up to Veronica, and it was like in the first one, the way like Wesker just like locked himself in that little office right next to the back door that leads to the courtyard where we got the first book.
Right.
He just locked himself in there and like decided to like stretch out and get comfortable while the STARS members were running around because he didn't quite need to go to the lab yet for his purposes. I guess you actually have to check the daggum thing. Okay, whatever. Here goes nothing.
Crash.
Wait a minute.
Was that just for a map?
Yeah, it sure was. I could swear I remember like a wall being broken down. I guess I was mistaken. We just go back up the elevator in the previous room, I think, to go up to the... yeah. Right up here. But first, I need to grab the other metal. Because this is where the interest of the lab is. So, he stretched out and got comfortable. He was like, yeah, I'll just let them run around a while. And it was like he discovered this book in the office called, it was like, Eagle of East, Wolf of West. God, that sounds like a stupid title. And then all of a sudden it was like, you know, all of a sudden his eyes flared open and like, oh crap. Because he realized, I remember something the researchers were talking about, a way that they sealed up the lab. Oh no! The metals! That, like, the name of the book pertained to the, you know, pertained to the metals.
Yeah.
So he started, like, swearing and cussing to himself because that meant he had to, like, be back in everybody else's way.
Yeah.
And potentially reveal himself as the traitor. So it was like, you know, he had to make sure he found out the metals before he could comfortably... It's like what the STARS members found at first, right? And went ahead of him into the lab.
Snakes!
Stop it!
You know what you need? More snakes!
Mother effing snakes on a monkey fighting plane.
Monkey fighting plane.
Duh. Wrong room.
Wrong way, SK.
Where'd Jill go? You know, and I know it's just me being self-conscious about LPs, because it's not like you could be expected to come up with something interesting to say the whole entire time.
Well, yeah.
But I always keep, every time we have like a brilliant, you know, back and forth off camera, it's like I wish, oh god, you know, I wish
I got that on camera.
I wish we, you know, caught that. It was like, dude, my off-the-cuff, like, reading of that email from Gaspard while playing .hack.
Yeah.
That was LP gold right there. I wish I'd gotten that. Where I did, like, the impression of what I think he'd sound like.
Well, you do it real well.
Hafeo! Hafeo!
Ah!
It's like Gaspard. After reading the last sentence, I just added a... Because I was like, that's exactly what he did. To sound so excited about what he was telling you about. Oh, I wish we'd caught that. But it's, you know, I'm just playing .hack, you know, GU for the heck of it. I'm not... It'd be a bad... That'd probably be like a bad idea for a game to LP anyway. You know
someone's done it.
Just considering, you know, the layout of the game. Especially my first time through. So yeah, this is the lab. Conveniently, there's a helicopter port just right back above the ladder if you didn't catch that. Honestly, why would you build that? Even for this place? Because, I mean, people would start suspecting something was up if a mansion had its own personal heliport.
Right.
It's like the stuff you're transporting over, it's like you don't want to like broadcast it by having a helicopter fly into the forest and actually land. Okay, We're good. Nothing I need in particular.
Well, enjoy those flame rounds.
I will, sir.
See how well they do against flesh! As expected.
Charcoals him. I don't know why she didn't really aim for him. If he
flame broiled and delicious.
Flame broiled and delicious. I kind of like this quiet part, but like the rest of the song, I hate.
Yeah? Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And honestly, how do you tell the two versions of director's cut apart? At least by like looking at the case before you actually buy it and play the game.
That's a good question.
How do you tell? How do you tell them apart? I don't think we can. Yeah, it's locked by a computer. So we just go on down to B3.
Darn computers.
I like how the zombies would actually echo in their footsteps. You always wonder how they got naked, though. I did.
These clothes.
they were on ecstasy before they zombified.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
yep.
That's the end of that.
Yep.
Where was that computer room? I think it was here. No, power room.
That is the room of power.
Well, crap. Oh, there's a fourth zombie in here. Dang it.
Oh god.
He didn't have a head. I blew his head off, and he's the only one who moaned when I killed him. The others just, you know.
Maybe that was the sound. Maybe that was just air escaping from the neck hole.
Yeah. Ah, the slides, where we discover Wesker as in league with Umbrella. I think that was like the group of 5 or 6 scientists he was with in that slide. I think that's what White Umbrella was.
Right. Do you remember the temperature?
Temperature of what?
Wait,
no,
that's a Veronica.
Yeah, it's in Code Veronica, dude.
Golly.
You're way.
Yeah, I don't even know what.
And in fact, I think I do 25.4.
Sure.
No, that wasn't it. It had to be something that was more. That's way too close to room temp for that to be a. It had something to do with the date. I think it was 128 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. Like December 8th.
Real flashy. Real flashy. Ropples.
Boy, that looks like a real old-timey... Login, John. I just remember this. You can discover it elsewhere in another room, but I already remember, so... And his girlfriend, Ada.
Uh-oh.
So if you played Director's Cut before RE2 and you have good memory, you'd be like, Ada.
Yeah.
And when you meet her in RE2, you're like, where have I heard that before?
Who's John? Ada.
Now what was... I remember it was Cell in Remake, but it wasn't the same thing, and I actually don't remember it.
Don't you love that English? Permission denied. Try enter password.
Try enter password. Eden?
That...
What the hell was it? I just vaguely remember this picture of the Garden of Eden in another room, so that's why I thought of it. Maybe it was Adam? I'm surprised I actually don't remember this. Well, time to go on a discovery quest. Anyway.
You don't want to just look it up online?
No.
You want to do this legit?
Yeah.
How bad would you feel if you... Oh.
Yeah, B3 you can just unlock by itself. I think I remember where to discover it. It wasn't like a hard puzzle to solve. In fact, to tell you the truth, I don't think I ever fully figured out how to come up with Cell in the remake. You had to look at X-rays in a certain order or some bullcrap. Oh, the zombies replenish. Let's not waste ammo. If at all possible. I think they keep crawling out through the air duct or something.
Well.
I can't believe I don't remember it.
Yeah, well, that's what happened 7 years after not playing the game.
It probably actually had been longer than 7 since I played Director's Cut anyway.
7 plus.
Yeah, it was like, then you just, You turn the lights back off, and then move this thing out of the way, and then you know, get that, and it will make, like, secret letters appear in the painting. Oh yeah, in fact, this was from John. I'll be something... Different. Yes, I said that like Rusty's nail. Rusty's nail? Rusty's nail! Rusty Nail from Joyride. Rusty's nail? You're not infected, and I hope you never will be. How does he know? If she ever came to visit the mansion, how does he know that? Visual data room, go to the power room, operate triggering system for escape, make all public through the media. By the way, when you destroy all the evidence in an explosion,
yeah,
it's going to be hard to make the evidence public, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
In fact, that's exactly why nobody believed the stars, was because they blew up the lab before they came back and told their story. Password is your name, yep. Okay, so we use those symbols, look on the...
Yeah, we do the M-A-R...
And if you find me completely changed, please kill me yourself. You know, I kind of feel bad for him, because it turns out Ada really didn't care about him, did she? Something like, she was just using him to steal information from Umbrella.
Alright, so... Like, look at it again?
I think I'm going to be able to figure it out just from seeing the letters. It's going to come back to me. Don't ask me why I picked that up. I really don't know. Like, seriously, don't ask me or I'm going to shoot you. Because I know you like to do that.
Very difficult. You make it very difficult.
I know you like to do that kind of crap. Oh. No, I had to have the lights on at the same time. Derp. I'm quite certain the first word starts with an E.
And it's 4 letters long.
Did it start with a T or an R? Surely it didn't. Well, it's not coming back to
Tree, apple, man, woman. Alright, go turn the blue light off again. Go back. I'll get it. Let's turn the blue light off. There you go. No.
The first symbol was a...
It was...
I was reading the words in order from left to right. You just have to do it by...
It starts with M, and it ends with E. M, O... What was the next letter? M-O something E.
Well, we can always... Orders, scrapbook... I actually missed a lot of files, didn't I? Keeper's Diary, was that it? No, that was the...
Yeah, no, that's the best. The best.
Researcher's Letter.
Mole?
Mole!
Mole. It's Mole. M-O-L-E. Well, we can verify when we get back. Apple, yep, it's Mole. See? No internet required.
And that door at the end of the hall is where we use the ammo disc to unlock the... But we need a third one before we can go to... For some reason, there was just a lot of zombies having a party in this room.
It's really funny because Ada is a mole.
Maybe secretly John knew, but he loved her anyway. General manager of sanitation division. I don't remember this. Memorandum is completely confidential, hence why I left it in an obvious indentation in the wall.
Obviously.
It must be destroyed. Regarding the T-virus outbreak which occurred recently, this committee conducted a field survey. According to the results, estimates on the account of damage caused by the accident are considerably greater than reported earlier. First, although it is very difficult to obtain accurate data in terms of actual numbers, it is thought that more than half the researchers died after exposure to the T-virus. The body count will most likely increase since nearly all the survivors show symptoms peculiar to the T-virus. Second, our security system is still in operation. However, our special security squad... Special security guard... Squad. I think I was about to say God Squad.
God Squad.
Nearly destroyed. Well, I guess you didn't train them all that well. Countermeasures be taken as soon as possible. Finally, experiments captured out of control. Researchers were killed by these subjects, bodies mutilated. Events are proof of the success of our research. So, to hell with their lives, huh? This news may be leaked to the press if we don't act immediately. Conditions very serious. We are especially concerned that the state police and STARS are intervening too quickly. Yeah, I know. How inconvenient, eh?
Haha, you know what those zombies, the last book they read was?
What?
Go back and look at them. Must have read A Farewell to Arms! Sorry.
Actually, I didn't expect that, even though... Okay, so that's where one of the ammo discs go.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I thought for some reason you were checking out this poster and you were about to say, like, you know, the last thing they read was like a Playboy centerfold thing or something.
No, this is the fact that you managed to blow every last one of their arms off. Like, every single one of them.
That was pretty good.
The maniac laughed. Back to the good old stuff. My arms!
My arm!
My arm! Why don't you lay down on that tanning bed for a bit? She looks really pasty. She could use a layer or two.
Yeah, like Wesker wouldn't come by silently and just strap the lid down somehow.
Lock it.
Is that necessary? Not really, no.
Someone spent a lot of time on that animation.
You know, when I first bought this game, like after, you know, playing it once, borrowing it from Duncan and Casey, I went to buy it myself like that very summer after. And you remember Hamilton Place Mall, right?
Yeah.
Friggin', you know, like when I went to visit my grandparents that summer, just as usual.
Right.
I just like, they had a plethora of like stores for providing you with all the games and anime you wanted. At least at that time. It's kind of diminished since then. Especially with Electronics Boutique gone. But I bought this and Legend of Legai. $20 each, both brand new. Talk about a deal.
Talk about a deal.
And I didn't know what to expect from Legend of Legai. I just seen it, and from the front, I determined that it looked like a good RPG.
That was a fun little RPG.
It was.
Man.
That was such an interesting idea for a battle system.
It was a pretty typical like story though, just on a quest to save the Earth.
And yet it was good.
Yeah.
Take a lesson. Simplicity is your friend. Squaresoft. Somebody told me once that actually let's go ahead and do all the stuff we need to do in the second floor lab. I heard from somebody on YouTube after I like commented on Spoonie's latest review of it, latest part of his FF13 review about how bad the story was, and I just echoed the opinions like, it really does get worse, even worse.
Oh, it's not done. It's not done. Getting worse.
But anyway, someone replied to me. He was like, I think what it was, like, I don't know where he got this, but, and he said the name of the guy, I just don't remember what it was. They hired, like, an entirely new person to actually write the story for this game.
Yeah.
Since the other ones, and they kept him. They kept him after 13. They're like, oh man, that was good! I mean, we want to keep you around to, come up with future ideas for...
13 did well in Japan, though. That's why. This is a square of Japan. They liked it.
Morons. That's all I gotta say, then.
Well, I guess it's a different state of mind. It's a different culture. I mean...
God, that almost makes... Like... Ix kept talking about, one of these days I really want to visit Japan. I was like, well, I'll go with you, because I'm interested in, like, checking out, some of the culture outside of anime, which is to say the part that's not effed up. But, yeah, he was saying, so I was like, let me know well in advance before, and, I'll see if I can come with you. I'd like to check it out. That almost makes me not want to go. Knowing that this is a country full of people that would actually appreciate that kind of story.
This is the slides that we got. Shows all the names of the enemies.
The MA-121.
Hunter.
Or codename Hunter.
And that's what we're going to face.
The T-002? What was the T-001? Actually, you know what? I think there was an explanation for that. Yeah, sure enough, Wesker, doesn't he look familiar?
He's still got his sunglasses.
He's the only guy with sunglasses and, like, informal, lab dress, just his coat wide open like that. What does it sound?
And Jill does not even react.
I guess she just assumed all the while, deep in her mind, it's like, oh, okay, well, it's confirmed. But you think in the game they'd have her say a little something.
Like, Wesker, no!
After...
I still want to go to Japan one day, but the thing is, if I ever do, I would love to, like, at least have the basic knowledge of understanding the language.
Well, yeah, dude, I mean...
But that's...
How easy could it possibly be to get along in another country, even with just the basics and not knowing their language at all?
Or at least go with somebody who's fluent, like, if Ix ever learns
it. Ix knows it?
He doesn't know Japanese, but he's learned all the katakana and all the, like, basic rules. Like, if you give him, like, a word, he can sit there and eventually get it worked out. But he can't speak it.
What few words I know just from having watched anime.
Oh, no, I know a lot of words. I know, like, the names of a lot of attacks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think for some reason they give you, like, Bible verses for your passcode.
I also know a lot of, like just, interjections that were often said in anime, like, no, stop!
I got Baka after a while.
Yeah, that's...
And just hi was like, okay, or sure. Like, being agreeable.
Right. Hold on a minute is a very common one in anime. Like, people will always be like, hold on a minute, chotto mate!
don't hear anybody walking around.
I hear... Oh! Yeah, I do. I hear it.
Actually, let's go back up to the item chest and grab the other MO discs. A guy that was probably, you know, what a guy would say who was busy playing an H game and his sister was knocking on the door to his bedroom. What are you doing in there? An arrow game. Let's go ahead and bust out our Colt Python. That's actually kind of a dumb name for a gun.
They should have just called it a 45, like a Colt 45.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's assuming it's a 45 caliber
Oh,
Magnum round.
wasn't I wanting to get an ammo disc too? I think I was. Oh, and there's the room with the typewriter. The only room in the lab with the typewriter has ink ribbons and a universal chest, so I don't have to carry that with me.
Well, even if it had a universal chest in there, you still wouldn't have to carry it with you. Even if it didn't have it.
Well, I would like to save.
Well, if there's a freaking chest there, you pull it out of your chest.
I know, but you said if it didn't have a chest.
I mean, if it didn't have an ink ribbon, my bad. Well, if it didn't have an ink ribbon or a chest, you could just use the ink ribbon sitting by it. Either way, you're fine.
Where'd my other MO disc go?
Keep going.
I'm so glad they can put that new item management system on RE4.
Yeah. They went back to a 9-slot system.
Did people not like that? Because that was like, it reminded me of like the way you manage items on Diablo.
Yeah.
And that was like the only thing I liked about Diablo.
Diablo's good. I like Diablo. I've gotten into it.
Diablo 1?
Oh, I haven't played Diablo 1.
Okay, well that's the one I'm talking about. Actually, there was a passcode output thingy right there next to the slide room. So right back on up the stairs. Actually, you know what? I think we can wrap this up in the next video.
Alright. Well, guys, we'll catch you back.